different. Yes. I got a different hair that is Trespasser compatible. Complexion that's supposed to be plus. Blah, blah, whatever. Yeah. Complexion that doesn't look good, but I don't know if it doesn't show up until I turn on Trespasser or what. Okay. Let's see if it'll load this way or if I have to load it with no mods at all. So I got the ability. Okay, I'm cheating the way I did with the other one. Which is, the abilities always do work. So hopefully they will work in Trespasser. We'll see. Otherwise,
So,
I don't
Liliana,
got that much in
should I
here.
bow whenever you come into the room now?
The ceremony is not for a while.
It will be strange to see you and think, there walks divine Victoria.
Then let us enjoy these moments while they last, as colleagues.
Nor as friends?
What's this? A breach in decorum?
Perish the thought.
Only thing I saw is that there was a Solus, the one that said it worked in Trespasser, which is just the Pride mod and not that much of a difference. Or else is basically is what everybody actually uses. Okay, I got my long hair at least. Compatible complexion.
Another parade, another bloody negotiation.
Smiles, everyone. We must be careful how we present ourselves.
Why did Divine Victoria call the Exalted Council? She's kept Orlais from bothering us for the last 2 years.
At increasing political cost, yes. She has done all she can, but the Exalted Council has become necessary. Orlais would control us, and based on their many marriage proposals, they have specific plans for you. Our real concern is Ferelden. They would see us disbanded entirely.
Is my microphone on? I was actually going to check my complexion again, but as long as I've waited,
Inquisitor, it has been too long. I hope the years have been kind to you.
How have you been, Mother Giselle?
I spent last summer in Emprise du Lion, distributing food sent from the Exalted Plains. The Dales are finally recovering.
yes, of course. Took them long enough.
They had better be recovering. Corypheus has been dead for 2 years.
Not all wounds heal quickly, but I hope the worst is behind us. I should mention that your forces at Suladin Keep were of great help. Please give my compliments to Baron Deschedin. Divine Victoria asked me to greet you on her behalf. She is currently attending to the Ferelden ambassador's concerns.
I think I like this hair better now.
You can
You know
probably
how to
just call her
jump, Angel.
Leliana in private conversation.
You can, Inquisitor. I prefer to use her divine name. Our last divine once joked about why I insisted upon calling her Justinia. She called it my way of reassuring her that I had not completely forgotten who
Angel.
was in charge.
How do you think Divine Victoria has done these last 2 years?
Zelda.
It is hardly for me to say,
Come here,
Inquisitor.
Zelda.
With respect, that's never stopped you before, Mother Giselle.
Victoria has
Come
proven
here.
adept at winning allies with both her intelligence
Okay,
and her
Angel,
faith.
come here.
It is a blessing in these trying times. We are lucky to have her.
I'll speak to Divine Victoria.
I believe she would appreciate that, Your Worship. The Divine sees the good that you
Come here,
can do
Angel.
and have done. Duke Cyril will wish to greet you on behalf
Jump.
of Olay. I believe he is currently speaking with the Tevinter ambassador. Many of your friends have returned as well. I hope you have a chance to speak with them before the Exalted Council begins.
The Imperium sent an ambassador.
Yes, Your Worship. Dorian Pavas has taken the chance to return from Tevinter. It will be good to see him again. I owe him my apology. I allowed my distrust of Tevinter to cloud my judgment. He took a great risk coming to help us, and deserved better treatment.
You're going to apologize? To Dorian?
I have little patience for those who cannot admit they were wrong, Your Worship. Myself included. I will have to make my apologies somewhere public. He will want an audience for his reaction.
Who has returned for the Exalted Council?
Your dwarven friend, Master Tetras. For one, I understand he spent much of the last few years in Kirkwall. I believe Sir Blackwall has returned as well, although he now uses the name Tom Ranier. Enjoy time with them while you can, Your Worship. I doubt you will have the chance once the Exalted Council is underway.
Oh, that's what I didn't do.
Thank you, Mother Giselle.
Your Worship, a final question, if I may. This Exalted Council, Ferelden would have the Inquisition disband. Olay sees its power as another feather in a chevalier's helmet. What do you wish to do with the Inquisition?
The Inquisition still has work to do. We can't let someone's fear push us into disbanding.
Then I wish you luck in the negotiations to come. Make a watch over you, Inquisitor. I will not keep you any longer.
Well, the ones that I had a file called Shiny Happy Blackwall, a Shiny Happy Cohen, those were the complexions. I don't know if my complexion. Okay, so one complexion, and I went to the Black Emporium, and it wasn't showing up. And I look pretty shiny here, so I don't know. Or it's always going to be shiny and Trespasser, no matter what. Because, yeah, the other ones for the companions are called Shiny Happy Blackwall and stuff. So it's probably... The only thing that's going to work is my hair. I'm supposed to be able to install... I don't know. It also said it had a formal outfit of whatever the thing is.
The Prince of Starkhaven wrote to you again.
Of course he did. Just put that one in the pile with letters from the Merchants Guild.
And the captain of the city guard had a very colorful message for me to deliver to you as well.
Inquisitor! Andraste's ass, am I ever glad to see you?
Am I interrupting something important?
Yes.
Which is perfect, because Bran here needed a break. This is Bran Caven. Until recently, he was the Viscount...
Provisional Viscount.
Of Kirkwall.
And what are you doing now?
I have resumed my post as Seneschal now that Master Tethrus has been elected Viscount.
You're the Viscount of Kirkwall now.
Well, it seems the two of you have a great deal to discuss. Why don't I just leave you to it?
So, it turns out you fund enough reconstruction efforts in a city-state, the nobles give you the worst job they can think of.
I don't know, maybe my complexion doesn't look really terrible, so maybe it worked, I don't know. One complexion, I went to the Black Emporium, it didn't show up on any complexion, the hair didn't show up on anything. So I switched to a different hair and a different complexion because I had two choices out of each. But anyway, I had to put on eyebrows because before I was using the eyebrow included Yennefer complexion.
I might need to sit down. You're the ruler of Kirkwall now, all of it.
That's not that big a deal. I have a really pointy crown that I wouldn't be caught dead wearing, but that's it.
Eye
They voted
coloring.
me in because I got the harbor and businesses up and running again. They want shit fixed, and I can do that. Anyway, I was hoping I'd catch you before the summit got underway. I got you a sort of present. It's official recognition of your title and holdings in Kirkwall. Congratulations. You're a Comtesse now.
You can't actually do that without...
Too late. Already did it. I also drafted an alliance with the new elf-led city council of Wycombe, so Clan Llewellyn has some political muscle to flex now.
That needs to be reviewed by...
You were leaving us to talk, remember?
What brought all this on? I'm pretty sure it's not Give Your Friends Lavish Titles Day.
Oh, what kind of Viscount would I be if I didn't abuse my position to give shit to my friends? I've got traditions to uphold. Oh, that reminds me. It's the key to the city.
You can't give that away without approval from the council and a special ceremony.
It's just symbolic anyway.
It controls one of the giant chain nets in the harbor.
Really? That is so much better than I thought.
This operates those giant chains. Can I try it?
No.
I don't know how this council thing is going to end for the Inquisition. But whatever gets decided, you've got a place lined up in Kirkwall if you want it. Also, control of the harbor, I guess. Anyway, you should meet with the diplomats. And we'll get in a game of Wicked Grace before I go back, though, right?
I wouldn't miss it.
Don't bet any public buildings this time.
Oh, my lips didn't even move right there. What was that about?
I'll be here if you need me.
Okay.
Divine Cassandra seeks the truth and finds her word. Of course not. Well met, your worship.
Alright, conduct becoming the Inquisition. To all members of the Inquisition, it has come to my attention that I must remind everyone of the type of behavior expected from us during the Exalted Council. It is natural to wish to hold our heads high, but remember that we are guests of the Imperial Court. It is upon us to behave with good taste, propriety, and restraint. If you are unsure of how to address someone of gentle birth, my lord or my lady will suffice. If you are fearful that you have overstepped an unknown protocol, speak with your commanders. If they are not available, seek me out. Over-imbibing is strongly discouraged at all times. If you are steered into an argument about Inquisition politics, politely excuse yourself as quickly as possible. Please do not engage in political debates. If all else fails, trust your sense and common courtesy. Sincerely, Lady Montpellier. activity in the Winter Palace. Okay, this is about people, whatever. Dorian, the last few years. It was good to hear from you, my friend. For months I have had only the society of my various fledgling Lucerne party, junior members of the Magisterium, so filled with fire and zeal, and so wildly inept at politics. May keeps a bucket of ice water on hand in case one accidentally immolates himself. Lest I give you the wrong impression, we are making progress, but it will take a great deal of skill to keep the Lucerne alive during the usual schedule of Minrathy scheming, long enough to become a real political faction. Fortunately, they do have me. I'm sorry to hear that politics are plaguing you as well. Must be something going around like a pestilence or a Legion fashion trend. Hopefully Josephine can diffuse the Ferelden outcry and persuade the Orlesians to stop circling you with a collar and leash. You know she did always love a challenge. I'll find an excuse to make a trip south soon. We should really catch up in person, don't you agree, Dorian? Alright, wardrobe, yes. Iron Bull the last few years. Thank you for sending the Chargers to assist in dealing with the demon attacking at Montfort. Their assistance was most appreciated and many lives were saved. The Iron Bull and his Chargers have prevented another civil war from sweeping across Orlais with efforts in Perendale. The Iron Bull in particular dedicated would-be usurper in combat. Defeated the would-be usurper in combat. We must protest the actions of Iron Bull's Chargers in the South Reach, while the presence of demons and Templars corrupted by Redlyrium is undisputed. The necessity of your dwarven miner collapsing the better part of a mountain on the enemy forces was hardly necessary. Iron Bull's Chargers were of great assistance in driving back the demons that attacked the shores of Lake Calenad. Elf, who calls herself Dalish, was particularly helpful, and look forward to her promised explanation of how Dalish archery techniques can create walls of ice or dispel magical barriers. Experts from letters of thanks relating to activities undertaken by Bull's Chargers. Yes. Wardrobe. Now. Okay. See, now I have a keeper outfit. Okay, I didn't put it on right away. Does this have different colors? It's only in that first spot. Yeah, there's slot of Trespasser compatible things. I like wearing this. Keeper outfit is green gray. Weird. I don't know that I want to wear that. Anyway, you can select certain things. I either wear the blue or the night vigil. Shut up! This is purple and pink. Okay. People I know I had shiny happy for was Blackwall and Cullen. I don't even know if I had it for other people. Anyway, this is all I did. Where's my I got my skills. Which perks did it decide to take away from me? Where's my number of healing potions? I can't see it from here. I hope I loaded it. I was going to, or unless I got too excited and forgot. Okay, now, theorizing. Okay, now I gotta get a screenshot of this. Screenshot. Yeah, okay, on my cell phone. Because this is where I basically usually upload my screenshots, is from my cell phone. So, okay, copy Varric the last few years. Whoa, why is it blurry? Come on! Don't be blurry. Alright, sorry. Alright, greetings and salutations from beautiful Kirkwall. The sun is shining, the seabirds are screeching, and almost nothing in Hightown has fallen into a sinkhole and ended up in sewers in over a month. The Red Lyrium cleanup in the Gallows is going better than expected. Nobody misses having Meredith fused to the flagstones, eerily greedy, glaring at everyone. The city guard celebrated finally getting her out of there by holding a completely impromptu parade. Several Lowtown residents composed a song on the spot with lyrics to the effect of "Thank the Maker, the Crazy Templar is gone," which was remarkable catchy, despite, or maybe because of the fact that it was mostly just swearing in tune. Even with all this stellar progress, it looks like I'm stuck here. Channels in the harbor. There it is. Were completely changed by falling debris a few years back, which led to a lot of ships getting wrecked coming and going, which only made things worse. And then we had rifts open and weird glowing fade rocks appeared out there. Incidentally, thanks for closing the rifts. Alright. Now, the only hope for repairing the harbor is to send guys with pickaxes to clear the rocks. Ever think to hire miners who are also divers, Inquisitor? There aren't many, and even fewer are happy mining glowing shit from the Fade. This is going to take a lot of my coin to fix. Stop by the city sometime. We'll get in a game of Wicked Grace, please. The Viscount shit is boring me to death. Yep. Glowing Fade rocks. The Fade is, whatchamacallit. Veil is thin in Kirkwall, of course. And glowing Fade rocks appeared. And what else happened around Kirkwall? You know, well, all kinds of demonic stuff, like the Forbidden Ones, or the Forgotten Ones, top people, magic, blood magic, and all kinds of crazy stuff, and, yeah, stuff that made the veil thin. They weren't fighting a war, or maybe there was. So anyway, but yeah, related to the hissing wastes, basically the veil being thin and these crazy fade rocks appeared the same way they appeared at the breach. And that, yeah, they're definitely from the Fade. They didn't fall from the sky like kryptonite or something. They didn't fall from the sky. They're from the Fade. So yeah, they're related to the veil being thin and falling apart and terrible demons and wars happening. And I think the hissing waste had to do with the ancient elves with all fighting titans and stuff like that. That is my theory. Okay. Vivienne, the last few years. I fear I shall have no opportunity to meet with you prior to the Exalted Council at Helm Straw. The colleges and fraternities of enchanters are holding yet another round of elections in a few months, and I must be present to organize everything. Or the Equatorians and the Lucretians will inevitably get drawn into the most passive-aggressive arguments over the number of ballots boxes and the arrangement of voting cards you can possibly imagine. When I cannot be spared from my duties at the Imperial Court, the isolationists sealed themselves inside the debating area with ice walls in protest for some insults from a libertarian senior enchanter from Cumberland. I must, of course, convey the continuing appropriation of the Orlesian court, though I have no doubt dear Duke Cyril has already bored you to death with the Council of Heralds. Compliments by now. Okay. Haven't even read one about Vivian in such a long time. Colon. The last few years, word has spread from Denerim about the summit the Inquisition will attend. The news is half rumors, but with the representations they say are going, it's clearly serious. And the details are probably not something you can put down in a letter. I will, however, look forward to more glowing descriptions about how much you love Orlesian parties. When did I ever say I loved parties? Branson's here. His son insists I said hello, Cole, to this letter. He also insists to be hello and not hello. Your nephew is stubborn. How very familiar. Love, Mia. Okay, that's Mia talking. Okay. Cassandra, the last few years. I'm writing to you from the Hunterhorn Mountains, where I was successful in tracking down Seeker Emery. She was more shocked than most to hear of Lord Seeker Lucius's betrayal, as was her mentor when she was just an initiate. But she is eager to help rebuild, and she has heard of a few other Seekers who might have been sent to Rivain. I still do not know how many of us yet remain, how many Lucius killed, but I know that we are recovering, and I know that we will be better this time. I confess I look forward to running to Orlais next month. Once I could have thought that impossible. Orlais was little more than land of frustrating politics, excessive ornamentation, and responsibilities I do not want. But now that friends wait for me there, it is almost a home, Cassandra. Yeah, it is home. Okay, do I get my golden nug now or after I get all the way to the end? Notice to palace guests. Want a stateroom set aside for 5 in the afternoon. His bed should be made with linen, not silk. Blah, blah, blah. To be woken at 8 by a maid on even days, a page boy on odd days. Whatever. Hard in Hightown? Oh, equip potions here. Yep. I have the 20. Goody goody. That worked and loaded without crashing the game at the very beginning. So I got that. Okay, is this nug here? Yes. Woo! Books sitting around in here, or is that just after the... Okay, my armor is that. Yeah, I changed it to Dale's Lated Full, so it is purplish. I have no clue what I want to craft. Finally got a golden nug.
Oh. Is everything all right?
Yes. Well, Wanted to speak with you, and now you're here.
Should I leave and come back later so you can try again?
Always with clever suggestions. Maybe you should sit.
I can stand.
Maybe I should sit. Inquisitor, I want you to know that I am your friend. I will always be your friend.
Oh, well, that's...
So I hope to give you sound advice on this momentous day. Do what is in your heart, my friend, no matter what anyone might tell you.
Maybe I should leave and come back. I think I missed the beginning.
I'm talking about marriage.
Marriage?
I can't imagine who it is. Maker knows you've kept it secret, but if marriage is... You're not proposing to anyone. I am going to kill Varric. Why do I believe everything he says? Why?
He said I was going to propose.
He mentioned a proposal. I suppose I filled in the blanks. Or he did this on purpose. That dwarf gets entirely too much joy from my discomfort.
I might get married. I've thought about it.
I suspected as much. Being Inquisitor has brought you good things. Many good things.
Can't imagine who it is. Yeah, that Solus has
But
to come
only a
back
few
and marry
have been
me.
by your choice. Take what happiness you can from those and do not let them go. That is all I meant to say. Advice from a friend for the days to come. How did Varric, of all people, become the Viscount of Kirkwall? A mystery for the ages. It is good to see you, my friend.
Storms of Temptation, Sweeping Romance of the Eight Seas by the covers show a dark-skinned elf with long platinum hair hanging by one hand from the mast of his ship, a dagger in his teeth. A woman in an elaborate mask, low-cut dress, and almost as much hair as the elf gasps up from the base of the mast. The elf is glaring at a tanned and chiseled human pirate, grinning as his vessel pulls alongside the elf's ship. From the first elven captain in the Antivan Navy, Keel Zupulvan's inaugural assignment was a routine trading mission down to Wycombe. Little did he know that the fiery Amicis Corone, a passenger he picked up in the free marches, was heir to an enormous fortune, a fortune Ravani pirate prince El Rado Hurricane would do anything to get his hands on. Unable to resist Amethyst's pleas for help, Keel found himself racing to get her back to Val Royale, even as a ferocious hurricane pursued him, and their passions ensured the Eight Seas would never be the same. There is a note scribbled on the inside in dainty handwriting. If found, return to Lady Yvette Montelier. Yes. Alrighty then. And here we have Hardin Hightown and now, for some reason the search vibrate function is stronger. Where is the... Let's go down here. And I see it on the computer because on PS4 they had it stuck right in the tree. Oh, there it is. Flashes. It's a rift, everybody. We got problems. Come, there's a rift. Read your notes. I don't care about those. Blackwell the last few years. An expert of a report bearing the seal of the Grey Wardens found among Inquisitor's files. Tom Rainier participated in Grand Tourney, former captain of Orlesian army known for murder treason. Also known for impersonating a Grey Warden. Warden Constable Blackwell Valjeven, member of Inquisition, played role in defeat of Cripius. Status: recruited, joining survived. Assignment: pre-marches Vinmark, reporting Vinmark Mountains, reporting to Warden Stoudemire in ongoing investigation of Vinmark prison. They're still investigating Cripius's prison. Or anyway, if I did the shiny happy Blackwell, he wouldn't have a beard, but whatever. I'm really not that. I spend enough time searching for stuff. Everybody can look like they're supposed to.
I thought you weren't gonna show.
I'm late, and you decide to make the Winter Palace rubble.
Eh? Never liked it anyway. Too fancy. So tell me everything that happened while I was away. And Geralf strolls up, hands filled with ripe squashes, and says, "Sir, I must report that it was an utter boondoggle." Maybe you had to be there.
I have no idea what that means.
I'm not sure being there would have helped. And please, never do that voice again.
Anyway, it's nice to be back, though I'm not sure what to think of this council. The Wardens will be missing me, but they aren't going to keep me away from a friend who might need my sword arm.
If that's your sword arm, I think I'm better off without it.
Think you can do better?
Alright.
Inquisitor, I see you have time for afternoon refreshments.
Glimmering, glittering, perfect cut, mask a maze of gemstones. She will think it pretty.
Excuse me, I might,
Puppy.
I appreciate the help getting him elsewhere.
He wants stones the color of his eyes. Happy, bright, beaming, being seen, not seeing. And I needed the table.
For breadcrumbs?
Birds like breadcrumbs.
Inquisitor, how good to see you here. I came to sit and pen another song.
Sweet songs, poignant pain plants joy that grows later. She can't see me. I help her help people.
I gathered.
You're smart and kind. You're worthy of true love.
Hello, Halam Shiral! The fire of Zither must be fueled by wine, ideally shared with adoring fans.
But not with him. You need somebody nice. Yes, better. He'll be gentle. So will you.
You're with the Chargers, are you not? I've seen you in the Skyhold Tavern where I sing.
Oh yes, I love your songs. Sometimes I'd sit up on the chair to take a better look at your songs. The Chargers have their own song, if you'd like to hear it.
Good.
Whoops!
I'm still not sure about your methods, Cole. But they look happy.
Trying to use the controller with one hand. My finger does not point to where the Xbox controller works much better with the PlayStation. Gilded Horn Strength menu. The Roundy Dowager, rumored to have been concocted by the editor of Orlay's most scandalous periodical herself, a tall glass of abyssal peach liquor and fresh cream garnished with sugared rose petals and served on a silk handkerchief with a scandalous rhyming couplet inked on it by the bartender. The Golden Nug, an effervescent white Salini wine with a dash of West Hill brandy and a splash of pomegranate juice, muddled with raspberries and a sprig of royal uproot. They say Drake. A bold mix of cinnamon-infused whiskey, dark Lermarin rum, and Hero's Law Burts, not for the faint of stomach or heart. Benediction? Prophet's loyal gin served with the wedge of lime, and a thimble of golden sight, the Emerald Valley, made with a spirit distilled by Chantry sisters in Leeds from over 70 herbs and flowers, topped with egg white foam dusted with nutmeg. A night of shame, our sweetest Antivan port with a dash of chocolate bitters and a twist of orange, served in a flute of chilled Ceralt glass. Alright. Sarah. Lost another book. Stop leaving them places. Below our journal entries of Sarah also serve a sketch of the Skyhold with impeccable cross hatching. Movie again. Less stuff. More things. People things. Too many Val somethings. Nameless stupid Orlay. Last Jenny checked in, wasn't worried. Drawing of a gloved fist holding an odd symbol, smashing against the face of the Chevalier. The symbol is red and spells with strawberry. Castle Sutherland and crew. Sirs, all around now. He ever stop grinning? Traveling again and again. Been here before. We're everywhere. Back to the Winter Palace. Never good. Pack bees. But Varric hears. Bet Varric we're in trouble, scratched out. Varric won't take a sucker bet, and for 10 with Cullen. Everyone looks old and tired and fat. Find who shrunk my Skyhold clothes, scratched out. Piss. Don't say the Inquisitor's hand looks bad. It looks very bad. Is Whittle even here? Why do I go where there's no Whittle? A drawing of Sarah and Dagna silhouetted by explosion of bees and exploding. Silhouetted by an explosion, bees, and exploding bees. Whatever. Chargers in the palace. No one will be sleeping. Rainier hugs harder than Blackwell. Still beardy. Josie is best here. Cassandra needs to punch something or she'll explode. Everyone. They never call in everyone. Liliana knows something. Knew it. Inquisition is in trouble.
Here's you! And everyone! Glad to be back, all stuffed together. With the pressure full on. Again. Don't worry, Herald of Everywhere. I came prepared. I know what everyone needs. Just like best times.
I think my complexion is probably working. I don't look as shiny as everyone.
I expected a roof.
It's early. Anyway, that was a good run. It's all been a good run. I needed that. And I need... You know it's ending, right? We can say it won't, but knobs in places like this, all they do is end things. They'll try a leash. Or worse. But maybe you aren't ready to quit just because some Lord Piddlebits is scared of us.
Do I seem like I'm ready to retire?
I'm tired. I've never done anything for years. Point is, sooner, all this changes. And you've helped me understand. Too much. So it's my turn to help you. See, I have these friends, and all of them were the wrong sort of whatever. Their place changed, or it never was. So together, we made an us. Everyone needs an us. And when the world is done saying no and calls you the wrong sort of whatever, maybe we can be that us for you. What do you think, Inquisitor? Want to run some rooftops as a Jenny?
You want the Inquisitor? Don't I have a few more titles than your usual Jenny? No offense.
Some taken. Pfft, words. Look, we don't want you. We want to be there for you. If you want to keep doing, it won't be nobles who help. It'll be friends.
Well, all I have to say is... Call me Red Frigging Jenny.
Way too confusing. You'll get a city. One that rhymes with arse.
Oh! I should have said we needed a we instead of an us, because... Wait! Anus! So stupid.
To all my friends.
Always and ever, Inquisitor. Always and ever.
Sarah was never in the great.
Creepy song is creepy. Ugh.
Yes, creepy song. Alright. One more piece in here. Oh, we need to pay attention to these.
Your worship, I'm glad you're here. Listen, I need you to keep the chief distracted while we sneak this dragon skull through the room behind him.
I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes.
It's for his birthday.
I'll see what I can do, Krem.
All right, here he comes. Just keep him talking. He loves talking.
Hey, boss. Good to see you.
You know, Bull, you almost fight like a tempest. Do you ever want to just break a flask over yourself and kill things?
No. Well, no more than usual.
Do you think news of the Exalted Council could affect the lyrium shipments from Orzammar?
Maybe.
It's good to see that the Veil has largely healed, now that most of the major rifts are closed. You might think otherwise, but the Veil isn't technically a physical barrier. It's more like a magical vibration that repels the Fade. It's fascinating to see the remnants of Syrian culture here. Most of it was deliberately erased during Orlesian unification, under the reign of Mafarath's son, Isarath.
Uh-huh.
Did you know that Ferelden has its own names for lords? The country is divided into Ternes, governed by Terns. Inside those are cities and Arlings ruled by Arls, and then there's the Banorn. It's a large area of countryside ruled by multiple bands.
Good to know.
Surprise! Happy birthday, Chief!
Oh, you guys. You got me.
I need to take a short break here. So to move. Move. Right, I'll be back in a minute.
Scout lays harding, swift and cunning, her arrows cut you down to size. Scout lays harding, tugboat hunting, laughs a light will fill your eyes. Born of the ground, loyal and sound, Inquisition bound. Scout lays harding, battles calling, Inquisition's bloody cries. Scout lays harding, smile at warning, smirk at fear, and laugh in their eyes. Born of the ground, loyal and sound, Inquisition bound. Scout lays harding, without warning, makes men fall on tarnished crowns. What can be said to all who you fled? accusations, bloody prize. Scalp lays hard and smile at one and smack at feet and laugh in their eyes. Born of the ground, Lord and sound, Inquisition bound. Scalp lays hard and swift and cunning, her arrows cut you down to size. By the side of the divine, Cassandra seeks the truth and finds a warring blade cut so sublime. Royal hearts and devouring minds, varied charms and clever words, vendor of exotic goods, writer of salacious books, rogue a dwarf with ragged legs, soulless, mysterious, elfin mage, master magic by his own hand, not a Dalish or a city elf, skeptic born into lovely land. Dorian rebuilt against countrymen, a mage from the tavern or Imperium, charming and suave and just slightly suspect. These are the early days we defend. And in the later ones came to the fate, like Sarah who stayed to tempt their fate. But we all know she was but a rogue, the tavern still sang her name. Like Wallace, secretive Grey Warden, proud of his life in isolation, brooding and strong, protector of all, recruiting the brave to join the cause. Iron Bull's loyal, indulgent one, a past brilliant agent of those who run. The Bull's charges now stay in his sight, but he still finds the time to avoid through the night, leaving Madame de Fer. Respect of the mages throughout the world, worthless to fight by Inquisitor's side, defying expectations only to rise. And then there's the course or revered evermore, like Commander Cullen, who led his men through the Inquisition. A Templar, a knight who stayed with the fight, stout and bright.
I am back. Thank you for joining me. I have been playing for an hour now, as it does take me forever to do everything. Alright, sit down, puppies. Jump, Angel. Got more stuff to do. Get a move on. Alright, so, oh yeah, I have to talk to Cole 100 times. Record all the screenshots.
Hello.
Wait, does he not say anything right now?
Hello.
Oh, he says it
Scalp
later.
lays harding, swift and
Yes,
cunning,
jump, Angel. I don't...
cut you down to size. Scalp lays harding.
Angel has to jump, jump. So I have all my skills still. What? You're up here. Why are you arfing at me now? absolutely no reason.
Same old?
Oh, yes.
You're up here, Angel.
You there! You're to dodge, not catch. If that ball were a fireball, you'd be dead.
You found a dog?
They don't breed Mabari in Olay. The merchant said he was abandoned. Perhaps his owner's tired of the novelty.
Tire of you? With that positive attitude and fetching ability?
He's not supposed to fetch it.
I don't think you understand how this works.
Another Ferelden trapped at the Winter Palace. I couldn't leave him to that fate.
Down,
Besides,
Angel.
I think he likes me.
Sit down, Angel.
You could take him to Ferelden sometime. You should know where he came from.
I did promise my sister a visit. She might try to spoil you. Remember
Sit
who
down,
you report to.
Angel.
The Inquisition will change after this. I'm not yet sure what that will mean.
Sit down.
Whatever happens, our people, you, Liliana, Josephine, will have my support. In whatever form you require.
I can't imagine the Inquisition without you.
I am honored, and likewise, Inquisitor. You can help. Dodge this, and I'll find overpriced Orlesian dog treats before we go.
I will.
Be careful, Inquisitor. We have a ways to go yet.
There must be something here.
Darling, you made it. Excellent. I scheduled this appointment ages ago, and they do appreciate punctuality.
Appointment?
With the Imperial Garden Spa, of course. You work so hard, my dear. I wanted to treat you.
That sounds like a fantastic idea.
Of course it is, darling. That's the only kind I have.
What are the cheese wheels for?
It pains me that you even have to ask. You've clearly been living too long in barely civilized conditions.
Did you hear something?
Relax, darling. It's spa day. How have you been? It seems ages since we've spoken. I know you were cruelly disappointed when Solus left.
I'm still not over what happened.
We shouldn't dwell on terrible mistakes, should we? It's spa day.
You must be keeping very busy.
Someone has to keep the mess that's been made of Thaddeus's institutions of magic from flying apart. Don't you feel better, my dear? This place really does work miracles.
What happened?
Darling, it's spa day. Don't fret. You'll undo all the good they've done. Come along, Inquisitor. They have other appointments, you know. Inquisitor, did you need something?
Okay, why you whine at me now, Angel? You're sitting on me right here. There's nothing for you to whine at. No reason for you whining. Alrighty then. Uncle Tegan, I read your first letter. Trust or lay to put up a fight about this now. You've been there before, so I'm not telling you anything new. Send a messenger if you need anything. I'll send someone out straight away. Regards, King Alistair of Ferelden. Someone, presumably His Majesty, has drawn a stick figure weighed down by an oversized crown at the bottom of the page. Right, hello.
Divine Victoria, am I interrupting?
Of course not, Inquisitor. I was catching up with Redcliffe's Arl. He's here to represent Ferelden at the summit.
Inquisitor, good to meet you.
How are things in Redcliffe, my lord?
Blessedly quiet. The mayor conveys his greetings. Redcliffe remembers its savior.
I'll try not to keep you from more important matters.
Very well. We'll continue this later, your perfection.
Many are frightened of the Inquisition's power, but I will do all I can to allay their fears.
Is there anything I can do to make your job easier?
Explore the grounds. Let yourself be seen. The delegates need to put a face to the legend. I have much to do, but let me say this. I may no longer be your spy master, but I am always here if you require.
I'm glad you finally arrived, Inquisitor. The Crown's anxious for news.
And your thoughts on Ferelden's position?
The breach is long gone, yet Skyhold's army remains. Ferelden can't continue to ignore soldiers on its borders.
The Inquisition must have a military arm, Altegan.
In your position, I would want the same. That does not mean it reassures me. A power without allegiance to either Ferelden or Orlais? Even I see neither of our countries can let it rest. I won't keep you longer. We'll have words enough when the Exalted Council begins.
Yes, yes. We'll have words and all that. Scandalous gossip. It's surprising that the Fereldens came as equals, but the Exalted Council is in the heart of Southern Orlais. That cannot be lost on our neighbors. Empress Celine came out for the first ceremonies, then retired into her chambers for the rest of the talks. A day later, Marquise Briella came visiting on important matters of state. Suffice it to say, I do not think we will see them at the time at the council. Celine and the rabbit cavort like lovers half their age. Of course, the foolish assume Empress is so distracted that they might safely overreach themselves. An idea even more disastrous than the new carpeting in the North Ring. That shade of lime, really?
Ole is on your side, Lord Parvis. The Inquisition's support is not a thing to lose lightly.
Which is why the Orlesian court is circling it with a net and collar? But you'll have to excuse me. I see an old friend I must greet. Inquisitor, how long has it been? Don't actually tell me. I despise feeling old. It's good to see you, my friend.
You arrived ahead of me. I hope all's well.
It's everything I expected. We've been spared the burden of surprise. Orlais wants the Inquisition tamed, Ferelden wants it gone, the Chantry meddles, and Tevinter sends but one ambassador. That's me, by the way. A reward for my interest in the South. Thankfully, Ambassador Pavis is a token appointment. Call on me as you like.
Inquisitor, Duke Cyril Montfort, member of the Council of Heralds and Lord of Chateau Haine. I have long followed your work. It is extraordinary.
Is that sentiment shared by the rest of the court?
Of course. Ole wishes only to offer respectful guidance to the Inquisition.
Does your grace feel the Inquisition should continue to rule itself?
I would rather see the Inquisition join us freely than be carved into pieces for the chessboard. I have not forgotten Justinia's death. I had friends who perished at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. More than the good you have done, it is the good we may do together I don't wish to lose. Whatever happens, Inquisitor, I wish you well.
Do you wish me well? Dedication. This fountain was erected in the commemoration of the end of the Civil War and the slaying of Grecius by the Blessed Herald of Andraste, Inquisitor Michella Lavellin, in the 42nd year of the Dragon Age. Let the song of its water be as laughter. Let the cool of its stone be as memories gone. How nice. I get my own fountain. With lions. With wings. Winged lions.
I don't think they knew.
Oh my.
Will you walk with me? The first time I came to the Winter Palace, I was only 18. I was dazzled. Such rich hangings, splendid marble columns, more golden lions than I could count. It's all still here, still bright, but I no longer see that same palace.
And that makes you sad?
It is easier on the heart to just see gilding. Now all I see are hands rubbed raw to make gold gleam, tears shed in the night over silk embroidery. Others overlook them and forget their pain, but I am divine and I cannot be blind. They seek to tear the Inquisition down. You feel it, no? Fear.
Have we not made enough allies?
If friends were easily made and kept, we wouldn't need diplomacy. Our allies can be cordial to our faces and still dread the future. They are afraid of nothing so much as the hand that directs it all.
Mine.
Already your actions have begun to reshape Thedas. Your influence is felt everywhere. It was only a matter of time before they moved. I'm surprised it took this long. The Inquisition's time is coming to an end.
Is that the decree of Her Perfection Divine Victoria? That the Inquisition be dissolved?
As divine, it is my duty to think of Thedas and all our peoples. We set out to restore peace, and now peace is upon us. You and I have come so far through the darkness together. It is time for us both to live in the light. But whatever you decide, I will be honored to stand beside you.
Okay.
I'll be right here if you need anything.
You have it. Of course.
Oh, I haven't seen Josephine. That's why I need to get back up there to the door.
Always afraid to mingle.
Of course.
Look at my weather this season.
Where are you, Dorian?
As the most eloquent dwarf you know, Sparkles...
Speech! Speech! Way too much speech.
Varric, there's really no need.
What's going on?
Inquisitor! You're just in time. Sparkles, the Imperium doesn't deserve you. Or want you. It may even kill you. But we'll miss you. If it counts. And you didn't know. Okay, folks. Time to take the party elsewhere.
Toma never wanted any. I swear.
Leave him.
I don't know what that is supposed to even mean.
It's true. When the Exalted Council has ended, I'm going back to Tevinter. For good, this time.
You know I'll miss you.
Naturally. My father is dead. Assassinated, I believe. I received notice this morning. A perversely cheerful letter congratulating me on assuming his seat in the Magisterium. We only met a few times while I was home. He didn't say anything about keeping me as his heir. This ambassadorship, his doing, I'm told. He must have wanted me away when the trouble began. I have to go back.
How does Bull feel about this?
He wants to come with me. It can't happen, of course. A Canary cannot simply walk around the Imperium, even in a Magister's company. I don't want him hurt. He doesn't want me hurt. We're working it out.
I know it was complicated, but I'm sorry about your father.
Thank you. It still doesn't feel real.
So you'll truly be a Magister?
Oh, yes. I can't wait to degrade the Magisterium with my presence. A new outfit is required.
And then what?
I find my father's killers and kill them back. Then I find those giving Tevinter a bad name and kill them. They're most likely the same people, so that should make the job easier.
You'll need help. I could go with you.
Not this time, my friend. I won't be entirely without support. Maeveris has gathered other magisters who feel as we do. We'll be an actual faction in the Magisterium. I'll teach them manners, take them shopping. It'll be fun.
I wish you safe travels, and the best of luck.
Oh, I'll need it, thank you. Magisters are tricksy bastards. A present. A going-away present. It's a sending crystal. Amazing what friendship with the Inquisition gives you access to. If I get in over my head, or you're overwhelmed with sorrow for lack of my velvety voice... magic. What? You didn't think I would just leave and you'd never hear from me again, did you? You are my dearest friend. Perhaps my only friend. That will never change, no matter where we are. Now let's finish the good wine before the others get back. Quite the party, wasn't it? I hear it left the Orlesians and Fereldans completely aghast. Andraste's herald, the Inquisitor, toasting a Tevinter Magister. Not a bad scandal to leave on. I can't believe it's been so long.
Around 2 years.
That's it? 2 years? Sweet merciful maker, it felt like 10. That could have been all the wine. Only thing back home I really missed. Good to see you, my friend.
Did I actually miss anyone? Oh yeah, Josephine. Duh.
Alpha Valpoyor must be here.
Parched. Where is that servant?
You say the same things you did at the winter party, do you? I'm parched. Servant. First Grand Enchanter was the leader of the Circle of Magi when it was founded in 120 Divine, after Hardwin distinguished himself in battle. During the Second Blight, Emperor Draken himself endorsed him for the position. From all accounts, the Grand Enchanter performed admirably, but some speculate Hardin was a second choice, that Draken had another mage with connection to the Inquisition, connection to Inquisitor Emeridin, or Emeridin himself. That would be probably in mind for the job. Tellingly, these debates are based on a half-finished letter to an armory captain and the guest list of the party where Emeridin and the Emperor were in attendance. If any proof ever existed, it's likely dust. The idea's merit should be treated as such and the scholarship safe. Yeah, Emeridin or Delana.
Please, move along.
Of course.
Liliana and the last few years. Thank you so much for your kind inquiries. I am doing very well, although I have been quite busy selecting new staff for my apartments at the Grand Cathedral. Has taken me so much longer than expected, and if you wouldn't mind, I would like to borrow Scout Harding for a few weeks to help me find more nugs. I cannot possibly hire anyone to a permanent position without first observing them in a room full of baby nugs, and all the litters I have on hand are nearly full grown. In any case, I'll see you soon at Helm Shaw. Cole, I send you this, uncertain whether this comprises a joke, a test, or some form of magic. If it is the latter, I wish to state that I am deeply uncomfortable, but based on the result, I can hardly complain. Our work has never been more successful. I have no recollection of having written the following, but it is clearly my hand, which signifies in the language, and make it clear I acted of my own volition when writing it. I assume that you will make more of it than I can. Yours, Charter. Send to Inquisitor. In regards, Cole. Quarterly progress. Rescues 6, higher than expected. Targets, hits 4, 1 dead, 1 wanted for interrogation. No prisons. Agent morale strong, some crying. All insisted they were good tears. Strong emotions, but unrelated to mission at hand, usually tied to some past trauma. Oddities. Misplaced items, unexpected, often tied to emotional revelation among group. Concerns with hostile blood mage, binding demons. Very angry. V angry. Vivian's angry. Wax on my fingers. Bees drone behind me as the honeycomb crunches between my teeth. She was obviously proud of me. Why did I write this? Josephine, the last few years. Commander Cullen has reviewed the soldiers I have written and received so many letters from the Orlesian court. Our birds practically blot out the sun. We are prepared for this exalted council as we will ever be. I know this past year has been full of formal meetings. Goodness knows I have attended many myself, but this one will truly test the alliances and friendships we have worked so hard to rebuild. If I may offer you any advice, Inquisitor, it is this. Keep a ready smile, and remember, we have their attention, because we are to be reckoned with. Respectfully yours, Lady Montelier Josephine. Okay. And that... Alright.
It's been quite a day so far, has it not? I've been speaking with representatives from everywhere.
Have they given you trouble?
Not at all. It is quite alarming. It means they are all saving themselves up for later. Would you walk with me? I should like to take some air before the Exalted Council becomes inescapable. The palace has been most accommodating. We are, after all, here at their insistence, but the ministers may... No. No more talk of the council. This meeting was to spend time with you in a more relaxed fashion.
Oh, my eye.
Is this in your daily notes? 3 to 4 o'clock, idle chats with the Inquisitor.
Of course not. Not precisely. The truth is, there is a small entertainment happening tonight, to which I may be able to find a pair of invitations.
Where are you going?
You'd like me to go with you?
Very much so. In all the years you've worked with Orlais, you had so little time to enjoy its culture.
Perhaps you're right. These meetings and talks don't allow for much leisure time.
And then back to Skyhold without a moment's pause to take in where we are. With all that's been happening, I promised myself a single evening out. I'd very much like to go with a friend.
And what is this small entertainment?
Something to ease our minds. I would very much like to surprise you with the details.
Thank you for thinking of me. I'd be delighted to attend.
Splendid! I will arrange things at once. The past years have been so busy. We have earned at least a few moments of rest.
A calm night out sounds...
Oh, bravo! Bravo!
Was the woman in gold playing a king? Who was the man in feathers?
Oh, it's all very simple. The first actor's mask is determined by... well, I will lend you the program guide. But tell me, did you enjoy the performance?
That was... one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
Truly.
That part with the glittery... and they actually set fire to... Yes, I truly enjoyed it.
Then I call tonight a great success. Oh, look! The encore signal! I do hope you recovered from your night at the opera. Any ear-ringing should go away in a day or two. It is good to see you.
Okay, I don't know why you're whining this time, Angel. Oh. No idea why you're whining. "94 minutes. Need some more iced tea. Here. Come here.
Thank you, Your Holiness. Now, Artigan, as to your concerns...
The Inquisition established an armed presence in Ferelden territory. You outright seized Caer Bronach in Crestwood.
Sit down.
Yes, from bandits. Would you like us to give it back to them?
Your help was appreciated 2 years ago, Inquisitor. Now order has been restored, yet you remain. Invading under pretext of restoring order is exactly what the Grey Wardens did to us centuries ago, and we exiled them. Now the Inquisition is doing the same thing with Grey Wardens in their ranks.
Your concern is ill-founded. The Grey Wardens have proven their worth time and again.
Of course Orlais tolerates this interference. Without the Inquisition, Celine would have neither her throne nor her elven... Marquise.
Rest assured, Tegan, the Empire of Orlais will not stand idle if the Inquisition oversteps its bounds. Unlike Ferelden, however, Orlais understands that these were the well-intentioned mistakes of a young organization.
An organization in need of a guiding hand. Yours, no doubt.
Sit, you have to stay on
Pardon
this
me,
side.
Inquisitor. Divine Victoria wishes to speak with you in private.
The Divine Victoria? Who is sitting just up there?
Yes, and who was once your spy master. It's a pressing matter, your worship.
Something has come up. I'll be back.
What?
This is highly irregular.
Perhaps it would be best if we took a short recess.
Angel, stay on the side.
The guard said we should both see this. I believe she was correct. A Canary warrior in full armor. How did he get into the Winter Palace?
So, what would the left hand of the Divine see when she looked at this?
This is a warrior, not a spy. Part of the Antam, the Canary military. Most of his wounds come from a fight against someone using magic, but at least a few are from a blade. He was badly hurt, separated from his allies, and made it here before he died. But how?
Would the Iron Bull know anything about this?
I asked, and he is as surprised as we are. Since becoming Tal-Vashoth, he has had no contact with his people. He seems frustrated at not knowing more.
Huh. Deadly mysteries at the Winter Palace. Throw in a Hulla statue and some Caprice coins and it's just like old times. Can Josephine manage the diplomats while I look around?
She will be fine. It's all speeches and posturing for the first few days anyway. I will extend the recess as long as possible. I will also have our friends ready themselves for battle if need be.
You think that's likely?
I think the Exalted Council may be more exciting than we expected.
I am grievously regretful of the inconvenience, but you must all remain outside.
It looks like he came down over the railing.
Oh, I made it one try.
active illuvian. If I'm going through it, I'm not going alone.
And for first trip, we are taking Bill and Dorian so they can have their little speech. And what do I want? Oh, coal. I have to take coal. Let's take coal.
This is the crossroads. Morrigan brought me here while showing me the illuvians. I'd forgotten all the colors.
Everything looks grey and murky to me.
I wonder if it somehow looks different to elves.
Yep.
Judging by the bloodstains, he tried to get through here.
What's wrong? That one doesn't like you?
This mirror doesn't look broken, but it's inactive. Maybe there's a way to unlock it.
Where is my skills messed up? Can I not do anything yet? Put my armor on. Did 269. You got that. You have that. I have 316. You got. Oh, we need this. Dragon Slain. We'll switch that out with a different rune. Cool. No idea. Rampage. This. Alright. How are we gonna do with this? Trials. It doesn't matter anymore. They'll be even ground anyway. Leaving it on trials is just gonna force it to be a little bit harder, probably. Well, I'll try. Except this is demons, and they are extremely hard Yes, hard. And I'm going to need to fix, probably, I think, where is it at? This. When this comes up, I probably have to fix it. Probably gonna want to use Aegis of the Rift. Well, how about, wait. What was that? Poison? Poison. Alright.
Even places that aren't anymore.
The book opens to reveal thin slats of wood and glass. Pinned to cushions inside slats are a confusion of colorful butterflies, some as small as copper, others with a wingspan as large as a hand. Engraved on the front are the words, "In celebration of their 20th anniversary with fondest well wishes. Countess..." Okay. I just saved. Let's just go take care of this.
Oh look! More demons for us to clean out!
Ability trees. See, the thing is, okay, yeah, I didn't install Frosty. I attempted to. I checked it out. I downloaded it. I did load it up and stuff, and tried to put in apply mod, put mod in there, and I didn't know how. I only had one mod at the time, but I didn't know how to put it in. It said not compatible with putting that in there. So I don't know what happened. So I just screw this. I'm not gonna try to use Frosty. Forget it. Find all new things to put in Frosty anyway. So notes on methods of enchantment. The writing of these pages aches to be looked at, shimmering slightly as if under an enchantment. The notes are handwritten, but each letter is perfectly uniform, as from a printing press. Notes on the first attempt. Improper balances on the bindings woven into the material led to a catastrophic unraveling. The first batch is lost, but I will have supplies brought in from the same stock to illuminate whether the imperfection is within the materials or the enchantment. This whatever thing they're doing with the demons. Chalier serving Duke Ennis will now carry shields with dovetailed dividing lines instead of their previous flory. Lord Fortier of House Angel will join in the union with Lady Valunce of House Sora's full face mask and the travelers from each noble line and first and second cousins of the household, lady. Join any union, black with white trim, rubies. Whoa, okay, whatever. That was nothing exciting. Faded letter dated 9:41 before the opening of the breach. Forgive the absence of my letters, Marcel. The Dalish raiders were ominous enough, but now Gaspard. Chevaliers ride through my estates without so much as a buyer leave. A shipment came the other day with things that will not travel well. A rare Navaran miniature of Andraste, a triptych lattice of thinnest oak from Tevinter, and most wondrous of all, a pre-chantry, full-length elven mirror. The mirror was discovered after an earthquake near Dorma, brought to light an unplundered elven ruin. I purchased the entire lot. There were some other minor artifacts and trinkets, and the mirror was quick becoming my favorite. My wife insists we leave soon, and I suppose she is right. But I cannot bear to leave it behind. I will send for the mirror when I am safely in Val Royale, and throw a party where you could marvel at it yourself. Warmest regards. Go on. Whatever. Names, I barely try to pronounce names. Yeah, where is his elven mirror, or is that referring to what we came through? Moonlight on the Feast of Shadows. The front cover of this novel has a group of armed men and women fighting a horde of imaginary monsters while a winged horse, oh yeah, I remember this, while a winged horse with horns flies in the background against an enormous rainbow. There's text on the back. In the far future. So in the future, there's a unicorn, Pegasus, rainbow, imaginary monsters fighting. In the far future, a desperate group of men and women from all corners of the land band together to end an unstoppable evil. As these bold adventurers go from traveling companions to friends, will their secrets and desires tear them apart. Claude Looney, an ancient elf pulled out of his time, this brawny warrior scholar seeks only to return to her liege in the distant past, but the voices calling her forward aren't what they seem. Ren, this mysterious thief, used to sing in the taverns while deftly lifting items from the wealthy. Many have fallen in love with the diminutive heartbreaker, but Ren has a dangerous pact with a sinister figure in the shadows. Lancaster Marlowe, a gifted but eccentric mage traveling the wider world for the first time. Marlowe's ambition for power is matched only by an uncanny ability to thrust his new acquaintances into danger. Ilana Brightstone, a knight of low birth under a mysterious curse. The idealistic Brightstone seeks to bring honor to her family name, and while divesting herself of calamitous death magic that may doom everything she holds dear. Tilka, an orphan of great resolve. Young Tilka seeks to restore the balance of magic in the world. To do that, she must seek guidance from her foster parents, if she can find a way back to the surface of the moon. Not all may survive their journeys, for these are the perils of a land unrecognizable, a time immemorial. Join them in moonlight of the Feast of the Shadows at the end of the 13th Age. There's a note slipped into the novel. Enjoy the book, my dear. It's Lord Fleming's most ambitious yet. I'm not sure what a moon whale is, and at these times there is a scandalous amount of attention paid to young man's backside, but I doubt that will put you off in the slightest. Okay, so is this, supposed to be an actual fiction novel, or is it some kind of prediction for the 13th age? Okay, should be all now, I think. We got everything in here, and it's probably about time to quit, right? I mean, I do have all my skills, but that really surprised me that I took out those demons that easily. 16 minutes. Yeah, it's time to quit. Yeah, why am I not moving? Yep, okay, and then we go to this door here.
The blood trail leads to this mirror.
Right. Let's see where this guy came from.
Right. Ah, nice whoop statue. With circular thingamajigs on it. And that's all for part 1 of Trespasser. Thank you all for joining me, although I didn't even announce it on Twitter until an hour. Alright, I hope you enjoy this. I have my hair mod, and basically that's it. And some extra potions, and my skills! My skills! Yes! Yes, that's the first thing I wanted to download, is the skills from Frosty. Anyway, I didn't know how Frosty works, so I just stopped that and hoped the regular skills that I had from before worked from DAI mod, or what I always refer to it as Diamond, because, yeah, anyway, looks like diamond. So, yeah, I got my skills, my extra potions, and my hair. That's basically all. Thank you for joining me for the first part of Trespasser, and I will do some more tomorrow after I spent so much time trying to look for mods, etc., etc. Okay. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy watching me. Goodbye. For now, goodbye.